Okay. Whoa. After all that, here we go. This is a PJ bass. I decided I'm going to put this together first. If you saw my other video, I was going to do a George Harrison telly that I got all revved up about. And as usual, things just slipped away. But this, I think I'm going to get this together. So far, I got this go-to bridge for it. It's really nice. I put this neck on. This neck might just be a temporary neck, but this is my process. It sounds strange, but I made bodies and necks in the 70s. 1975 was my first year making guitars. I came from a woodworking family, third generation woodworker. My father had a custom furniture shop. I was working for him after I graduated college. And because I wanted to learn woodworking, they taught me, I started at 8 years old. Being in the finishing department, they wanted me to keep my fingers. My grandfather had lost a couple of his fingers. And they thought it would be a good idea to give me a good head start. So they kept me away from the machines. And so after college, I decided I wanted to learn woodworking so I could go anywhere in the world with a skill. And I'm very happy I did that. Aside from working and making guitars, it was I think pretty much the only time I used that skill for woodworking, specifically to earn a living. But it's been something that I've enjoyed. It's certain moments of it I enjoy. Anyway, right now, I'm trying to fit this bone nut to this nut slot right here on this beautiful Gabon ebony board. It's a fretless fingerboard. It's beautiful on bird's eye maple. And this here body is a walnut body with hard rock maple interspersed between walnut strips down the center. It's just beautiful. It's a very I love the way it looks, and it's not finished. I'm not sure I'm finished sanding this. This is a dry run. This is a dry fit. So yesterday or 2 days ago, I fit the neck in its pocket, not fully. I fit the bridge in place. And I'm happy to say that the bridge lined up perfectly with the neck right from the start. And right now I have to make this nut a little thinner. So I've got this sanding block that I put in upside down. And what I need to do is take off about a millimeter. Yeah, pretty close to a millimeter I have to remove from here. And this is time consuming and tedious. And this is why when you buy a guitar, you don't get this. You don't get this. I mean, when you buy a guitar these days, there are things that are very easily replicated by machines. And it's fantastic. It's great. I mean, this body, I used to make 20 of these bodies a week, all by myself, one-man shop, 20 bodies a week. And it's easy. I mean, if you have the machines and you set it up properly with the right jigs, you can do that. And this was without computer-controlled, CNC machines. This was just what you did need. I had some pretty heavy-duty machinery in the shop that you wouldn't find in a normal, hobby woodworking shop. But these days you can replicate this with a CNC machine. I'm not sure you could make 20 of them a week. I don't know how quickly those, the hobby CNC machines work. But that's the state of everything these days. I mean, it's a lot easier. A lot easier. So this is a little update for you guys. I'm not going to make this a really long video. Just let you know what I'm doing. And we'll see what happens. Let's see if I can bring this to fruition. I already have, I have waiting for this, the pickups, all the pickups and everything. I got this, I put out on the, on some building sites or bass player sites that I was putting this together, and I asked the group, people who are certainly more musical minded, tone minded, and have done this before, because I've been away from it for a long time, basically 40 years. So I asked these people, what would they recommend would be a good pickup arrangement for this. And what I heard was that the EMG Geezer models were really were great to consider. So I purchased a set of EMG PJ bass. PJ bass setup, which I have right here. Right here, I got the PJ. I set it up yesterday, just hooked it up to see whether it was operating. So I got to make sure it's operating, so I don't have to send it back. I don't want to wait until after the trial period is over. So I hooked it up, and I got one of these all parts jack. I don't know what it is. Jack things. I have a bunch of these left over. These are jack plates, more like for the Les Paul style side body jack plates, and I have a bunch of these. But you know what? I decided, let me try this. This looked like a really good option because it's got two screws. The normal Telecaster style cup, the jack cup, didn't come with screws. It had some kind of a weird thing inside, and it didn't. I don't think it really worked that well. That's why a lot of people were using these back then. So I decided to get this because it's a much newer version, and I've read some good reviews about it, and I think it's good. I like it. I like the way it fit in. I like the way it fit in a lot. So we'll see how that works. Well, it's not coming out even on this sanding. Hey, you know what? If you guys know a better way to make this sanding process a little more even, if there is such a thing, let me know. Yes, I think there's some places for you to make comments. But I think that's about it for today. I'm going to get this in. Oh, and yesterday I came across a video on YouTube. That's what's great about this compared to when I was doing similar things 40 years ago. There's YouTube. So we have so many wonderful tutorials and showing you how to not only play guitars, but how to repair them, put them together. So anyway, yesterday I came across this channel that showed a great way of spacing out the nut. It was wonderful, and how to cut the nut. I mean, it's fantastic. if I don't, it was so new to me, and I got drawn in. I watched a whole bunch of videos on this guy's channel, and he's a very, very giving guy. I mean, he spends a lot of time answering questions on the channel. So much time. Geez, it was remarkable for me to see this. So, but you know, they say when you're ready, the teacher will appear. Well, I think I'm ready, and this teacher appeared. It's really cool. If anybody has any questions about which channel it is, I'll look it up and post it on my next, or answer the response and post it on my next video. In any case, I'm glad to touch base. Take care. Now, how do we end this? Here we go.